Hi everybody, this is Jazz aka Trend Trader for you. The reason for me to make this video is about showing how powerful technical analysis is. Okay, it's not about trading Forex, it's not about trading stocks, it's not about trading futures. It comes down to how to trade or how to take that profitable trade or successful trade by simply learning technical analysis. Okay, once you learn the whole technical analysis, and keep it simple. Again guys, I always keep it very simple. Keep it simple, and if you apply that technical analysis on any instrument, it could be stocks, futures like I said, or Forex, it will work. Okay, if you know what you're doing. Okay, if you're riding with the trend, riding with the ebb and flow, riding with the beautiful pure fresh support and resistance areas, and obviously you can have the candlesticks help you out a little bit to get a little bit more confirmation. That's all you need, and you can trade anything you want. It really doesn't matter. Okay, and today I was on my Facebook, I was looking at this one of the traders, actually he's from I don't want to say anything wrong here, I think he's from Germany or something, and he posted posted a beautiful chart, and I looked at it and I went back in here again to look at my stock, which I called DUSD. Okay, so I called a trade on let me make sure. DUSD was called around here, long above 24.33 with stop below 20 with the stop below the swing low, which is a daily low. Could be started out as a day trade, turned into a swing. Again, this is a inverse of minors, so you got to be really careful about the gaps in the mornings and gaps overnight, because these inverse, they move. Okay, when they move, they really move. So I wouldn't even recommend anybody who's a novice or intermediate to tackle these. I would probably say, okay, if you're advanced, play them, but that is totally your call. I'm just here to try to put some trades here and there to the public. If you guys interested in them, learning them, feel free to. Okay, so I call this trade up. Okay, obviously luckily this trade worked. So 24.33 was called around here. Okay, called around here 24.33 and had a huge move up, instant move up. Okay, 24.87, and that is, if you call day trading and not taking profits, that's not called day trading, guys. If you goes from 20.33 all the way to 23.87, come backs in again. Okay, come backs in and retest that area about 24.33 area, goes back up again. You are, if you're not again taking profits as a day trader, right? As a day trader, all I was looking at a 3-minute, maybe went down into 15-minute chart, looking at that, where the resistance is, where would it break, and possibly the nearest targets. Okay, so going back into I'm going to show you the daily. Okay, that's how the daily looks. This is where I actually wanted to, I had an alert here, 2060 I believe. It never came down, which is fine. So it had a little bit of reversal candle, a little bit of a I'm not greatly confident about it, because this is the declining volume. Okay, declining volume for last 3-4 days. Okay, today I wanted to see a higher volume on here, higher bullish sentiment on here, even though this was a pretty powerful candle. Okay, opened up right around here, 23.82, went up, it closed all the way at the mostly at the top of range, which was 24.89, but I wanted to see a little bit higher volume, so a little bit worrisome. But again, as a day trader, I really don't care. I can trade against the trend, and I can ride against the ebb and flow. Believe me or not, you can ride against the ebb and flow, but you just have to know what you're doing. If you're new, if you're intermediate, try to ride with the flow. Okay, don't try to go against the trend, try to go ride with the trend. And this is actually a downtrend. Okay, and I want to see somewhat of a retest of this area. If it comes down, it might come down, this might be a fake move to the upside, might come down again, put it maybe possibly a, look at this beautiful bullish engulfing, could put another hammer or a bullish engulfing again. Okay, so that's just was my thesis starting out. Okay, this is where I'm going long. Okay, so now going back, okay, I'm going to 15 minutes and I'm going to show you something. Beautiful downtrend, right? Beautiful downtrend. Let me get my screen. Okay, if you look at this area, okay, this is where the price kept bouncing from, right? It kept bouncing and it had right around here. This resistance, resistance, resistance. Once you break out of this, obviously it's gonna have a little bit of push up and possibly even come test this area right there. Again, I'm not gonna go into the detail, but I'm just that's why I put the trade out there. If somebody wants to learn from it, good. But this is where I thought the price, if it retests this area, once it breaks out, possibly to the move to the upside, and if you go down into the smaller time frame, you'll see that it actually did bounce up from 433 area, had a nice beautiful move to the upside. So again, going back, my reasoning for this trade is not, or for this video, is not to talk about the setup, rather to talk about that how technical analysis can be applied. And I keep it very simple, okay? Most of you guys know I keep it very simple. 1 minute, gotta get my beer right. So I keep it very simple, and most of you guys know that, right? And I looked at at somebody who posted a similar kind of setup. So look at this, right? Pounding at the resistance, 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 resistance. It kind of shot up, right? This is a big move. I mean, we're in 15 minutes. It doesn't look like a big move. This is a pretty big move. So I'm gonna take you somewhere, okay? Take you right here. Hugo actually got his consent, if I can, use this chart. What happened in here, okay? Price came down here, right? Tested, pounded, 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 broke out again. Where did it broke out from? Where did it break out from? Okay, that is the key. Getting a line tool here. This is where it broke out from, okay? That makes sense? This area. So what happened once the price went up, retested this area, went back up again. That's beautiful, okay? That's a beautiful setup, and eventually, more likely sometime it doesn't even come down, but this time it came down again. Boom, then it went up again, right? Retested this area where it broke out of. I'm giving you guys a paid lesson, okay? This is a very strong way of analyzing charts, very, very strong technical analysis, okay? Price broke out of here, retested that area, bounced up again, retested it, bounced up again, right? And I'm not gonna go into the psychology of it, because that's what I keep, that's what I teach, okay? That's what I teach, the psychology, what exactly are traders thinking, right? But I've given you enough clues on here where you can think that, you know what, this kind of makes sense. The price broke out of it. Once it retested the same area, price were to bounce up again. And thanks to Hugo for letting me use this chart, because what do you see in here? You see that right in there? Let me go into the little bit of a smaller time frame. It'll make more sense, right? Resistance, 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 resistance broke out. Focus, focus, guys. Boom. Big move. Where you come down at? Boom. Right where it tested. That's another move done, right? You could have two trades in here, right? You could have two trades, and I'm not gonna go into detail about okay, which one's risky, which one's not risky, but I'm just showing you how technical analysis works, right? It works based on fear, greed, and emotion. If somebody's trading from across the world, I don't care, Germany, right, Switzerland, anywhere, okay, that guy has same fear. Me sitting over here, I'm not, the fear, it might be different forms of fear, but fear is fear, okay? It's gonna make you sweat. It's gonna make you tingle. It's gonna cause heart palpitations, right? It's gonna cause you to do things that your brain wants you to do, but at the same time your heart is saying, you know what, don't do that, right? That is fear. That's the definition of a fear. You can have 1,000 other definitions, but that is the definition for me, that markets are controlled by fear, emotion, and greed. It doesn't matter what you trade, okay? It doesn't matter what you trade. Whatever you trade, be really good at it. Know the timings, okay? Forex, what time the euro opens, okay? What time the Dubai exchange opens. I don't care what time US, futures open, right? Indian exchange opens. You got to know those little kind of things, right? What is the sector rotation, blah, 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 and all that stuff. I'm not going to go in detail, but this is the pure form of technical analysis. Once you do that once, repeat it, okay? Trading should become so boring that you look at a chart from a mile away, okay, and you can tell, you know what, I see an uptrend, I see a descending triangle, I see a flag, I see a head and shoulder, I see hammer, you know. You should be able to do that, okay? Once you get to that point, that is when the fear, emotion, and greed you put aside and you trade what you see on the chart, not what your heart wants you to trade, what your brain wants you to trade. You administered that pattern, abide by it. Don't go all over, okay? Don't be listening to people where, oh, I'm going long here, I'm going short here. Stick with your analysis. Only way you can have that analysis if you know what you're doing, okay? You gotta know what you're doing, okay? So learn it right, learn it from professionals, learn it who can explain you things, who can tell you that, you know what, this is the setup, and why is this setup has high percentage of working than this setup, right? Look at this. Is that a hammer? Yes, that's actually a hammer. No follow through. Boom, to the downside. Okay. So, you know, look at a chart. Look at 1,000 charts. You know, look at 1,000 charts a week, and you will know. You will know that you're getting better. So, anyways, so that's it. Okay. Just wanted to introduce. I have, you know, basically gone with Paris Investing LLC. We are trying to work together, trying to do something that makes a difference. Sorry about that, guys. I guess somebody's walking their dog and my dog wants to go make some friends. Anyways, so yes, Felice Paris, you know, we found that a lot of things are common in our analysis, right? Not in our personality, in our technical analysis. And I like the way she does her charts. You know, she concentrates also on the trend lines, okay, support and resistance. She knows Fibonacci really well. So, you know, this is what we're getting into as together, okay? This is basically her side of our business, okay, and I'm trying to merge in. We'll see how that goes, right? And if I just can request you, just go on here, type in your email address, and you'll be getting the email every week. She's really good in Forex, okay? I do the stocks and the futures, so you will try to combine both of them together. So if you don't mind, log in there, okay? Just put in all you need is email address, okay? And I have over 500 members that I'm trying to convince, and you know, a lot of them don't look at their emails, a lot of them just don't have time. But I would appreciate, just put your email there, subscribe to the weekly newsletter that you're going to be getting, and if you don't like it, cancel it. Okay, just give it a try. If you don't like it, you feel free to cancel it. And meanwhile, we'll still be doing whatever we're doing, and I'll still putting out the free videos as much as I can. All right, guys, take care and have a great evening.